Hey guys, so today we're going to do a video that's a little different for me because I don't really do makeup on this channel ever. But if you saw my last video, then you know that I am super excited about this, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I will not stop talking about this. If you know me, you know that I love Kathleen Lights as much as I love astrology, almost as much as I love astrology. I love ColourPop and Kathleen Lights and astrology, and now all three things are being combined into a package deal. And not only would I think it would be cool to buy all of the entire line like a maniac, but to kind of review the products and give a little bit of my own personal perspectives or opinions as an astrologer, because I was like, hey, I'm an astrologer, this is an astrology palette, it's pretty much, it has my name on it, so we're just gonna dive right in. Let's go. So the first thing that I see is the Super Shock. Again, I'm not a makeup person at all. I'm recording on my phone. Ooh, and it's like a really pretty blue packaging. I know everyone else has done like a better everything with this. So this is the shade Fire in the Super Shock Highlight Collection, and I guess I'll just put some on my cheeks. I don't think you can really see. I feel like you cannot see, maybe. I'm already like oily, so. Ooh, it's like orangey. I can kind of see it. Oh, that's nice. She's glossy. So this is the highlighter in the shade Fire. It's more of an orangey highlight. It's really pretty, and I'm kind of pale, so it works pretty well for pale. I'm assuming for darker skin tones as well. Again, you're not here for my makeup reviews, so let's keep going. But yeah, this is a pretty good shade for the color Fire. My only like personal preference as an astrologer is like for Fire, it would have been cool to see like a gradient of red and orange and like just bright gold metallics, but like this is pretty good in like a subtle everyday kind of Fire. I see what she did, and I know Kathleen is kind of a person that typically goes for like neutrals and everyday looks, so I see what she's doing. Now this one, we're gonna get into this one. So this is called On the Cusp. And if you know me and you follow Milk Astrology on Twitter, you know for a fact, ooh, she's pretty though, you know for a fact that I have very strong ideas and opinions about cusps. Now my spiel is that cusp signs do not exist. They are not real. The idea of having two sun sign influences or two sun signs, which is kind of the idea of a cusp, is mathematically improbable, and I feel like a lot of people confuse decans with cusps. So you kind of see in popular astrology or pop culture astrology the idea of cusps being reoccurring, but if you kind of break it down or learn more about decans or degrees or just kind of intense or intricate astrology in time, you kind of realize that cusps are not a mathematical probability. You cannot have two sun signs. It's just not possible. It's just so. I'm always excited to see people that are excited about astrology, that want to learn about astrology, that are passionate about it, because I am completely encouraging of that. I don't expect everyone to be an expert, but at the same time it can be kind of misleading to name something or go make a astrology brand and then not do your research and kind of pass off gimmicky, incorrect astrology that can actually be pretty harmful towards the practice, because you're gonna give a bunch of like misleading quotes around something that's gonna make you not really understand astrology. It's gonna confuse you, and if it's incorrect and it doesn't like sit well with the person that you're being told you have a cusp, then obviously you're gonna dismiss astrology entirely, and it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt any kind of idea or passion you have towards astrology. So that's my only issue with that. This is a pretty common misconception, so I can't be too mad at this. It's just so overwrought, unfortunately, that like I'm not that shocked by it. But I do wish that people who have a love for astrology take the time to educate themselves, especially if they're going to be putting their name on a brand or if they're going to be doing an astrology line of any sorts. It's really important to educate yourself on what you're actually saying before you say it, because you're gonna mislead a bunch of people and that's not okay. But back to the makeup. This is actually really pretty though, despite being completely incorrect. I'm gonna put more on my nose. I don't think I'm oily enough yet. Ooh, this is really nice. I really like the ochre highlights, so I'm not really someone that goes or strays away from something that I'm comfortable with. I'm a Leo. So seeing this and actually wanting to dip into this over and over is, that's saying a lot. I've literally been using ochre for several years now. Yeah, when I know I like something, why leave it? Why leave a good thing? But this is actually really good. I think I even like this shade on the cusp better than Fire. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty pigmented, it's buttery, the formula is amazing. Nothing is wrong with this formula, with this brand, with this collaboration. I just have a personal issue with this specific name for this highlighter, and I've just explained why. So anyways, have this, you can't really see, it has like nice constellations on it, that's nice. And I think these are the Supernova shadows. I'm actually not really great at eyeshadow, so these kind of intimidate me because they're like eyeliners but for eyeshadow, and I'm not even good with eyeliner, so like, but this is the shade Astrology, and it's bright gold. It's giving me like some Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo vibe. She's pigmented. We like pigment. I have like the worst camera. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Don't know how to use her, but we like her. Ooh, this is romantic. This is giving me like some Taurus, Libra vibes. It's called Constellation, and it's like a nice rosé, like champagne color. And I'm just gonna swatch it right underneath. A metallic kind of finish, but it looks more like a nude, I mean, it's a glittery, but it's like a nude glittery. If you're going for like shock value, I think the shade Astrology is more fun to play with. Constellation is more like safe, I feel. But let me know which one you like better. Comment below and tell me which one you like better. So this is a lipstick, and it's so pretty. It's in like this really pretty like packaged color. I have a really poor camera quality, so I apologize. Pretty. Can't see it at all. It's like in a metallic champagne-y color, and it has little stars indented on the lipstick. I shade Scorpio Moon. I think it's an appropriate shade for Scorpio Moon because it's like maroon and it's like deeper. It's more of a dramatic like look. It's still kind of a nude though. I'm just gonna swatch it here because I want to wear the other shade more than I want to try this one on. And it's definitely pigmented. It's really like a good fall color. I know I keeps commenting on it and saying like how it's a good fall color, and I agree. It's definitely like a deep mauve-y, purpley pink. I personally don't like purples that much for my lips, but it's a good shade for Scorpio Moon. I definitely would have wanted something a little bit more dramatic, but I don't want to like, I know Scorpio energy has like this tendency to be like labeled as gothic or gaudy or dramatic, and I know like there's so many more layers to that, so I do like this because it's not like what you would typically go for or what you would think of when you think of Scorpio, but it's like pleasant. It still like gives you that subtle drama. I approve of this lip shade, of this title for it. I think it's appropriate. I think it fits this in terms of astrology. Astrologer approved. This one I'm really excited about. Oh my god. This is the shade What's Your Sign. As an astrologer and as like also just a crazy astrology lover, like this is literally all I ask people, and it's literally if you know me, I'm literally like known as the crazy sign lady. So like this shade, this title, this name, this packaging, like I love it so much. This is like every astrologer needs this in their makeup kit if they wear makeup. Like that's just, I'm sorry, I mean that's the rule. I don't make the rules, I'm sorry. And of course, she's pretty, she's subtle, she's nude. And I'm just gonna swatch this on my lips. It kind of matches my actual lip shade. I remember watching this in Kathleen's video when she was kind of explaining everything, and she said that it was a true nude, and I can definitely agree. This is like the best nude. Also, this formula is really great if you are someone like me who has never worn the actual, I don't know what these are called, Luxe lipsticks. I'm the one that always gets like the liquid lipsticks from ColourPop, so this is my first time getting an actual lipstick, you know what I mean? And this is a really great texture. I feel like I'm gonna reach for this so much. I feel like this is gonna be like my new holy grail. This is the best lipstick, hands down, that I've put on my lips ever. It's called What's Your Sign? It's just so beautiful. Like, it's just so, I'm so excited. I'm getting excited just the more that I'm looking at it. Now, before we do the eyeshadows, I'm just going to put some primer on. I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion Original. You guys, this is like my first ever Astrology palette, and it has all of, I feel like everyone's already seen this being opened, this being kind of displayed before, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but it's so pretty. The packaging is amazing. It's so fun. There's so much going on. You don't really know what to look at first. The mirror. You guys, the mirror. So I'm getting lots of questions with if I agree with the names of the like shades, if I feel like any of the shades are incorrect for the signs, and I have so many things to say about this because as a makeup lover, as a Kathleen Light supporter, and as a palette, this is amazing. This formula is amazing. The way that these colors are kind of assorted, this like kind of idea, it's amazing. Now, as an astrologer, so the Aries is chalky and a little flaky like a cardinal sign. I remember Kathleen Light saying she didn't want to use red because of it being too predictable, which is a typical Aquarius thing to say. But as an astrologer, like, I guess I want to be a little cliche in the sense that when I think of Aries, I think of Martian energy, I think of Mars, I think of that sultry red power. So I guess like I'm expecting a little bit more of, maybe even if it's not like a stereotypical bright fluorescent red, maybe like a blood red or something like coppery, deep, bold, sultry, something that's gonna give me that like a little bit more of an umph. Whereas this kind of fell flat for me, and I know like with formulas of these specific shades, like they're not the easiest to apply, and it's definitely pigmented, but it's not, I don't know, I guess I just wanted something different for Aries. I expected something a little bit more red. I just wanted something more dramatic, I guess. I need that like Mars energy. I wanted that like vampiress kind of vibe, and I know like Aries, they are kind of like, this kind of works for them. Like, they are very optimistic, they are very bright, they are very laid back. Orange is kind of a laid back but loud color, and I don't disagree, but I wanted Mars energy. The only issue with this palette in terms of astrology, wait, let me show you. Okay, so Aries is orange, Taurus is brown, Gemini is this yellow color, Cancer is this pinkish silver color, Leo is this goldish orange color, Virgo is this brown, Capricorn is this black. So these earth signs, do you hate earth signs? She explained herself. She was saying how like earth signs are dependable, that's why she decided to make them like the what do you call that shade when you use it to blend other shades in? The blend shade? The transfer shade? The shade that you lay down before you put all the better shades on top of it? I don't know. I think that's why she made you guys the rock of the palette, like the one that you're typically gonna hit pan or go to for before you touch anything else. But I just don't agree. I just don't agree. I just feel like Virgo should have gotten something a little bit better. I definitely like the coffee color, and I get like she needs a blend shade. She can't skip the blend shade for a palette, so that's why she did Taurus the way that she did that. Like she could have made Taurus, you know, green, and then, you know, if it's not Taurus that's gonna be green, you're gonna think of Jupiter, you're gonna be like Sagittarius energy, they're lucky, clovers, you know, luck of the Irish, you're gonna think Sagittarius would be green. But Sagittarius is this like royal purple down here, and like that's fine, but it's just, where's my green, you know? Like I was expecting that from Taurus or Sagittarius, and I got neither. I like this Virgo coffee color, but I just feel like it's very expected. I would have liked maybe this Aquarius shade for Virgo, something kind of like a little bit pop of color, but very neat and very unique, because I feel like that also captures the idea of Virgo. But I definitely see where she was going with this. And then with Capricorn, I'm not mad at Capricorn. I know a lot of Capricorns are mad, but I feel like this is, if anything, this one's the most fitting to me. Like I feel like Capricorns have this very daring mentality in a way, like they're very like fashion forward, they're very innovative, and I don't feel like they're talked about in that way a lot. So I feel like people can see this black with the like golden flecks and they'll be like, oh, what's going on, it's too bold for them, that should have been for Scorpio. No, I don't really agree. I feel like Scorpio should have been this purple though. I really see like Scorpio as this purple, like I don't know, but this, I really think Capricorn fits. I like the way that Capricorn is in this palette, so I don't think that that was a fail. My only, I guess, issues, I don't really think I have issues. I think I just like, I felt like Aries could have been red, and I felt like either Sagittarius or Taurus could have been green. I'm just really confused with Sagittarius. I like the color, but I just don't see Sagittarius in this way, and I'm someone that has a Sagittarius moon, so I feel like, you know, the way Kathleen kind of resonated with that Scorpio moon lipstick, I feel like I would be able to kind of not speak for all Sagittarius moons, but I definitely feel like this could have been a lot different, maybe something like metallic or bold, kind of like a pop of color, and it kind of fell short for me. I don't know, the Scorpio being metallic, I don't know, I feel like Scorpio is more of a matte. It's more of a deep, sturdy, subtle shade for me, but it's also like dramatic in its subtlety, if that makes sense, whereas it kind of isn't here. Do some Taurus in my, I am really bad at makeup, so this is gonna be so stupid. I guess I'll like put it, is this a crease? I don't know. I feel like they should have like made all of the colors that accurately depict each sign, but then had like some blend shades just like in the center. Maybe like the signs were surrounding the blend shades and the blend shades were like the sun. I don't know, because I don't know, I feel like to make a sign a blend shade is kind of, maybe it could fit, but it's also kind of like falling flat for me. I feel like you could do so much with Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, so I feel like you're making them kind of just like this brown. It's a pretty brown, I don't have an issue with the brown, but just making it this brown, like it could just do so much more. I'm Cancer and I want to swatch Leo. I really like this, they're really pretty. In sidereal astrology, I am a Cancer sun, and then in tropical, I am a Leo sun. Ooh, they're really pretty. I'm really happy with both of those. Especially because Cancer is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is a Cancer, so this is just a very good Cancer shade for me. I really love this Cancer shade. I feel like it accurately depicts Usagi, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So yeah, and then I guess I'm gonna put some Libra. Libra is like this muted pink here. I definitely agree, because they are kind of subtle and like polite and not always like center stage, but again, Taurus and Libra are probably the ones that should have been more showcased, because they are ruled by that planet of beauty and sensuality, and they're kind of being put on the back burner here, which isn't astrologically correct. I feel like it would have been another sign that would have been a little bit more like behind the scenes, whereas these signs would have like come forward more. So it's pretty, it's a good, they blend together pretty nicely. I like that all the shades kind of have like a way of morphing together. Ooh, this Pisces is so pretty. Ooh, it's grainy though, but I know it's like hard to do. Ooh, so pretty. I know Aquarius is supposed to be like extremely hard to get on the eye. I'm gonna actually pop this on. Okay, so it looks like I have a black eye, but that's just me not knowing how to apply makeup. That's nothing to do with this palette. Just like every Aquarius, this shadow is extremely hard to work with. I can see obviously Kathleen's got the most time on her own sign, which I'm not mad at, but if she gave this same energy towards other signs, I feel like it could have been a lot stronger or at least resonated more with people. I don't think I'm doing this right. It's fine. And then maybe I'm gonna do some like Cancer in the middle. Maybe some Virgo. Do like Pisces as the shade under my Ooh, I like it. Obviously I'm not a makeup artist, but I like this little like look. It's cute, baby. I don't know what people do. I don't know what makeup is. I don't know. I feel like an Aquarius right now with all this blue on my face because I'm the water bearer. I had to put some Leo on because it's Leo season and I'm a Leo. So I have no other makeup on other than eyeshadow right now. So I'm not going to be hired as a makeup artist anytime soon. I'm fine with that. Yeah, so overall the colors are pretty. They're fun. I like this. I don't know what I did, but I like it. But alright, let's just go through my final thoughts. So I really like this palette. I probably would not say that every single shade fits with my personal astrological opinion, but the only real issue that I have with this entire line is just the name on the cusp for the highlight. Everything else I understand where Kathleen was coming from when she made this palette, so again I'm like not mad at it. Gemini was an okay shade. It's very fun and vibrant. I get why like Gemini is constantly associated with yellow, but it's not like my first go-to when associating it with. It's a kind of gold actually. It's not even like a yellow. When I think of Gemini, I would think of like a metallic purple. Like I would be more likely to understand Scorpio in this palette. This is Scorpio. As the Gemini in this palette. This is Gemini. So I feel like this would be better as a Scorpio in a way. I'm not saying that's the color I would pick for Scorpio, but this feels more of a Gemini to me. I don't know, I feel like I would see something more like bold and eclectic for Gemini. Kind of like something that reminds me of like going to an arcade. The best shade in this palette, other than the Periwinkle Aquarius shade, is my personal favorite is Leo, which is just the prettiest, fiery copper color. It was just the best shade. I can't even show you. It's just like, I think that's my favorite shade so far in this palette. And also it's Leo season, so getting the shade Leo right is extremely important for me, as it is my season. So yeah, I think I definitely agree with Leo. I'm used to seeing like just a bright gold, so it was nice to see like fire implemented into it. And yeah, I mean, the only shades that I thought she could have done better for the individual sign placement were just that Taurus, that Libra, but I get it, you need blend shades. I just wish again that she would have like had side blend shades and then still have been able to accurately kind of showcase each sign in a way that represents them better. But again, they're all good shades. There's like no singular shade that I just don't like. Everything was very wearable, everything worked out, and again, I will not be hired as a makeup artist anytime soon, but give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I didn't end up going in and like adding mascara or eyeliner because I just feel like you were here for my opinions, and I'll see you in my next video.